Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Paran. I'm a life coach and I help women break free from whatever is holding them back in their lives so that they can be more fully themselves in the world, more expressed, expanded, powerful, happy, true to themselves, whatever that looks like for each person. And I love doing it. So thank you for being here with me today. Today we're going to talk about vulnerability. And the title of this video is Making Friends with Vulnerability. Which may sound funny, but you'll see what I'm talking about as we go along. This is really, really important. So I'm very happy you're here today with me. Okay, so we've probably all had moments of feeling vulnerable in our lives, and that can take many different forms. It could be a moment where you've shared something from your heart with a loved one about how you really feel about them. It could be making a big change in your life in front of other people, a change about how you look, or the way that you speak or act, or what you believe, just kind of doing it in front of other people. That can be very vulnerable. Maybe you've told someone what you really think in a situation where it was really challenging to do so, but you spoke your mind. You told your truth, whatever it was. Basically, a moment where you've shown something about who you really are, what you're really about, what's going on inside, what you love, what you want. And it's not an easy feeling, right? It can actually feel like you're walking down the street totally naked, like you're just exposed. You're exposed. Everybody can see everything about you. Or just something that's very deep and personal. It's like, bam, out there in the light. And it can be very scary, as I'm sure you know. And it can be this like, what did I just do feeling, and like, can I take it back? Is there a way to just like rewind and not do that? And like, I'll be honest, making these YouTube videos is definitely an act of vulnerability for me. Like when I post them, there is that moment of like, whoa, I just like put myself out in front of whoever is gonna watch in the world, and I just said some deep personal stuff and some things that are really meaningful to me, and like it's out there, and that's definitely a feeling of exposure. And also, I was kind of like, in preparing for this video, kind of rewinding through my life a little bit and looking at different moments of vulnerability for me. And one that repeated itself many times in the past was, it came in the form of music. I performed in front of people from a pretty young age, singing, and I went on to study music in college as well, and as a singer. And that it never stopped being scary for me to step out on the stage in front of people and sing. I don't think there was a time where I was not nervous, because I was letting people hear my voice. Your voice is so, it's so you. Like, it comes from inside you, and it's totally unique, and it's really you, whether you're singing or talking or whatever. And what if people didn't think it was any good? What if the audience, or what if my teachers or peers was like, not so great? Or what if I showed too much of what I was really feeling inside as I was singing? What if I like let out too much emotion and like really, really showed my soul in front of people? Like, that's kind of a big deal. And so I really wrestled with this and you know, like wanting to let it out, but like also trying to like kind of keep it under control. So anyway, there's a quote that I want to share with you about all this, which I really love, and it's a lot about a lot of what I've just been saying, but I feel like it sums it up so greatly. It's from the author Neil Gaiman, and he says, "The moment that you feel, just possibly, you are walking down the street naked, exposing too much of your heart and your mind and what exists on the inside, showing too much of yourself, that is the moment you might be starting to get it right." Get it right? But it feels awful, right? It feels awful to be out there in, you know, whatever it is that you've just shown to people. But just stay with me here. Because that getting it right is this. Anytime that you do something or say something, or that you take some action, some step that moves you closer to a true expression of who you really are, you are expanding yourself. You're stretching and you're growing. You're taking off the layers of insecurity and false things, false beliefs, false perceptions that have been layered on top of you by yourself and by other people. And you're becoming more you. My last video was all about being you, and this is still about being you. Vulnerability is the key to being you. So you're taking off those layers, and that can be a really uncomfortable process. And your voice of self-doubt and the criticism of other people, perhaps, and their judgments can be very powerful. And sometimes that feels like all that you can hear. But that feeling of like, here I am for better or for worse, like that is actually a feeling that you want to follow. Fear can be a good thing. If you're afraid, and it's not, you know, there's fear of things that are dangerous and that can protect us sometimes. We know to stay away. But if you're afraid of doing something that's actually going to make you more you and expand you, that fear is a good thing. That's a sign that you are close to the next level of growth and expansion in your life. And you follow that fear. You can follow that fear, and it can be your guide to where you need to go. So when you get that feeling that like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Totally exposed feeling, just breathe through it. Breathe through it. It's not going to last. You're going to get through it. And on the other side of that is that you've just leveled up your power and your presence in the world. And that's a power and presence that is totally unique to you, that no one else can bring but you. And you've given yourself that gift. You've given a gift to the world as well. And you can choose to do it again and again and again. And keep growing, keep becoming more of who you really, really are. And it's hard, but the price that you pay if you turn around and walk away in the other direction from those moments, and you say, it's too uncomfortable, it's too hard, I can't do it, I won't do it, I just need to go, I need to be safe, I need to hide, I guess. And I'm not saying that with any judgment, because we all have those moments. I have those moments. But the price that you pay if you turn away from those opportunities is really, really high. It can mean not having the kind of connected, deep relationships that you really want. And it can mean not achieving your dreams and everything that you know you were born to do in this life, the things that get you more excited than anything else. You can miss out on those because you are playing it safe. It's too hard. It's too just too vulnerable. And you can miss out on really expressing your voice, on knowing how to say what you think and what you really feel and what you mean and what's really inside of you. And that's just a tragedy. Really, when we don't know how to use our voice. And when we're not willing to be vulnerable enough to use our true voice. And as I said, like I'm working on all these things alongside of you, always. All of this stuff is, it's every day. It's an everyday journey of discovering more and more. And I just want you to know that I'm with you in it. It's a journey we're all taking. We all have to take. So I want to ask you, what areas of your life do you know that you need to be more vulnerable in? And what is stopping you from being vulnerable in those areas? What's holding you back from really opening up and showing what's really inside? And how could your life change for the better if you were to step into those moments of exposure and say, here I am? How could things change? And they believe me, they do change when you seize those moments and opportunities. So what would that look like for you? Okay. Let's all just take a deep breath together. And embrace that whole experience, the fear, the insecurity, the breaking through and doing something amazing, that then you can look back and say, you know what? It almost doesn't matter what happened after, because I did that. I stepped out and I was brave. I was true to myself, and that's what really matters. And I'm going to do it again, even though it's hard. Let's just carry that with us into our days ahead. And if you would like to explore more about embracing vulnerability in your own life and letting it help you transform and really have the kind of life that you want, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to talk with you more about it. You can reach me via email at sarahlovescoaching@gmail.com. That's SARAH, lovescoaching@gmail.com. I would love to talk with you. It would be an honor. And I want to wish you all a great day. Remind you that you are delightful, precious, amazing women, and there is no one in the world who is like you. No one in the world who is like you. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.